I'm Allison with the Mission 43 Education Pillar, and I'm here at Right Now Heating and Air in Caldwell, Idaho. Right Now Heating and Air is unique because not only will they train you in-house, but you get paid while you're training, and you don't even have to touch your GI Bill. This is the Mission 43 Education Discovery Series. I'm with Jeff, the owner of Right Now Heating and Air out here in Caldwell, Idaho. And Jeff, I know you built this business from ground up, and being a native Texan myself, I understand the appeal of Idaho, but why Idaho for Right Now?
You know, we were in a major metropolitan area in Texas, and I personally came from a smaller town, and my sons were young teenagers, and we were wanting a more family-oriented, kind of how I grew up, more rural, more suburban, and just started doing the research. And Idaho did, believe it or not, that was not too far back when the internet was just becoming a thing. So we used the internet to do some research, and Idaho came up as one of the premier states for the future of growth and potential. We visited, and you know, it's just such a family-friendly environment, just a tremendous state. So we fell in love with it when we visited and said this is going to be the place to do it, and we come and planted our stake, and here we are.
Well, I'm certainly glad you're here. Definitely have gotten some incredible service from your technicians. Meeting your team has been wonderful, and hearing more about really the love for your company. So the culture kind of has shown through with everyone we've chatted with. But can you tell me more about all of the innovative ideas you have brought to, I think, the HVAC industry and in-house training, and where did that come from? Why would you decide to do that versus outsourcing?
You know, I was very fortunate in high school. I was part of a vocational program, so they trained us in the industry, trained us how to interview, taught us how to keep a checkbook, those type of things. We did that in high school, and that was something that we saw a lack of in the industry, is there's just a shortage of training on just the basics. Mm-hmm. So in order to grow the company, we understood that there's a tremendous amount of talent that would be, you know, properly directed and provide training for, that we could bring them into the industry. What's so cool about the HVAC industry is that the earnings are as equal to or higher than college-educated graduation, you know, people with a good degree. You can achieve that in HVAC industry, and frankly, you can do it a little bit shorter of a period of time versus 4 years. You can be up and running in less than 2 years. So it's just a tremendous career to move into. It's a very fast-growing career nationwide. You know, every home used to be, in the average 25 years ago, 75% of the homes had HVAC. Now we're up to almost 90% of the homes have HVAC. If you buy a home today, you pretty much are going to have HVAC, right? So it's a continually growing industry. It takes a lot of resources of talent that you can learn hands-on. So it's a hands-on skill, hands-on trade. So being a simple guy from the South that had tremendous success in the HVAC industry, I love sharing that with others, because there's so many young men and women that may not have necessarily the direction they wanted, that they know what direction to take. And you know, college isn't for everyone, offices aren't for everyone. And that's what's so fun about HVAC, is that you're working in the elements, indoors, outdoors. You're working with the customers. It's a physical, hands-on experience, and you know, a lot of people love that, but they don't realize that until they experience it. So with our academy, we're able to bring young men and women in with absolutely no experience in the industry and train them not only in the ability to do HVAC work, but also in how to communicate with the customer. So we train them how to talk to the customer about HVAC, which is cool. So it's a whole psychological training program along with hands-on. And I've been through a lot of training myself, and so much training in the trades are always book smart. You know, they put you at a desk and you study the books, and frankly, that's why I went in the industry, right? I wasn't that great in school, and I wasn't that excited about in the books. So our academy is 80–85% hands-on. You know, we do the book training, but it's very minimal compared to the hands-on experience, because that's what it's all about, is learning how to, making sure that we're achieving the goal of maintaining the systems for the customers, and then be able to communicate with customers, because customers today, what's so cool about heating and air conditioning, it's one of the largest investments you make in your home, but yet we don't have any knowledge about it, right? So we train our techs to educate homeowners on how valuable that heating and air conditioning system is to them, how to maintain it, and how the heating and air conditioning system can actually save them money if they take care of them. So, you know, I get passionate about this. I love heating and air conditioning.
Well, I love it too because I like to be warm in the winter
Exactly.
and cool in the summer. So I'm right there with
I love
it.
that part because everybody has to have it. That helps.
That is the best part. Well, you brought up some really interesting points that I'd like to kind of bring up, that the reason why we do the Education Discovery Series as a whole is because we want to bring unique opportunities to veterans, military members as they transition, as well as their spouses and their families. And a lot of the things you mentioned are wonderful natural pathways that I hear all the time from people. Hey, I don't want to work in an office, but you know, the earning potential and the expected earning growth is always somewhere around where they left the military, right? So that's your ideal, is I don't want to go down here, I want to be here. So I know from chatting with you that you have just an incredibly unique model all around with internal training, but you also go the extra mile and support members, your employees, if they hang out with you, stay on board with their apprenticeship training. And I think I might be a little bit off base and I don't know the exact terminology, but could you tell me more about what that looks like and what an employee can expect in continuous education support when they come work with you?
Absolutely. So State Requirements is a 4-year apprenticeship program, both in plumbing and heating and air conditioning, and that's basically the book smart part. So the state handles the book smart part, and we handle the hands-on training in the academy, which is a great combination. So over a 4-year period, they can attend course either online or they can actually go to class 2 nights a week. We pay for all that up front, so they have no out-of-pocket expense, and then we take a small amount of their check every 2 weeks. And the great news is that's an encouragement for them to complete that course, because it's just like college. It's every semester, 2 semesters a year. When they complete that semester and they pass the passing grade, we pay for it all. So their education is free as long as they pass, and that's all we ask them to do. And that just requires their attention to complete the course. And the courses are pretty easy to get through, so it's not too challenging. It's just getting online and answering the questions in the chapters. So it's a great program, and it's so valuable because once you have that license, then you're licensed for not only this state but multiple states. I mean, the greatness of this career is that you can go to work anywhere in the United States because there's such a high demand for it. Right. That's what's so tremendous about it. So, you know, as these young men and women learn these positions, what gets me excited about is I can take these young men and women and give them a future. You know, I always talk about the 2-story White House with a picket fence on the corner. You know, I want them to change their zip code. I want them to develop the life that they want for themselves. And that's what's exciting about the Academy and what we do here is it's not just about heating and air conditioning, it's about changing lives. And that's kind of the culture we instill here. We want everybody to be successful, not only in their business life, but in their personal life. Because if they're successful at home and we have a happy home, whoa, we got it made easy at the office.
I love that. I love that. Bring your happiness to work with you.
Yeah, exactly.
Take it home and bring it back.
That's right.
I think it's an incredible model. Someone could come in the door, train for 4 weeks if they're a technician, or pretty much get right on the job if they're an installer. They're getting paid the entire time, and not only that, they're not even having to touch any GI Bill benefits. So maybe they were transferred to a dependent, and that now dependents can use all those GI Bill benefits. So you're creating generations that are getting quality education and quality employment without touching your GI Bill. So that's incredible.
Absolutely, and we love the veterans because the great thing about veterans is they've had life experiences and they've had, you know, they come so well prepared to learn this trade in this field, and they understand direction. You know, they've been taught the discipline and direction. They're so great to work with compared to more of a potential high school graduate versus college graduate that hasn't had any life experiences.
Right.
You know, you have to teach them those life experiences where our vets have already had those.
Right.
So all we have to do is train them how to fix heating and air conditioners, and they're ready to rock and roll.
Ready to go.
Yeah, exactly.
Could you train me? I just need to fix my.
You know, our concept is here we can train anybody.
Okay. Well, I might prove you wrong. Jeff, you're a busy guy, and I really appreciate your time here. We have, quite the broad audience, and you're now getting access to all of our Mission 43 members that are military members, our veterans, and their spouses. If you have any nugget or words of wisdom or advice or just anything you'd like to say, this would be a great time to share it. So I'd open that up to you if you have any nuggets of truth or wisdom for our members.
Yeah, I'd love to say, our focus, which I think is really in line with their military experience they have. Our focus here and our motto is here, number one is we strive every day. We strive for perfection, and we'll accept excellence. And that's right along the pathway of how the veterans come out of the military. So they're already on that cue. They already know the direction that we're focused on. And our other motto is that we fix people. So the furnace and air conditioner, we'll figure that out. We can get a team together. What's most important is we fix people. We fix the customer. So it's it's just a well-made match. So if it's a success and a win for my employee, then the company wins, and most importantly, the customer wins. So it's a win-win-win for all three.
Well, I agree. I've been on the receiving end of all the wins, so really appreciate it. And Jeff, thank you so much for your time. I hope I've made this easy for you.
Absolutely.
And
thank you for having me.
We can't wait to share everything about Right Now Heating and Air with our crowd.
Awesome.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.